Pakistan was probably the hardest deployment I was on. It was just such a big disaster, and I was very new to the organization, so I didn't really have a lot of experience. We arrived there late at night, and it was still like 30 degrees out, and they drove us to our accommodation, and it was dark, and we could see people with their little bits and bobs of whatever they owned living and making shelter on the side of the road. They had like berms, like these kind of raised areas on the side of the road, so it was anything that was higher than, you know, the lowest point that they would evacuate to it and try to build on and live on. Yeah, so we saw these houses, and it was so dark at night, and it was just astounding. Like it was shocking. I'd never seen anything like it. I've traveled a lot, but I had never seen poverty, but resilience and just happiness. Like people were happy, they were alive, they were, you know, they had survived, you know. We were setting up field hospitals because a lot of the hospitals had just been flooded. Like the water was, you know, 6 and 8 feet high. We could see, like it had now moved further south and had receded the water, but you could see the water marks, and it had just destroyed everything basically. So our first job was to set up this field hospital in this what was probably like a community center of sorts. It had like a small kind of open area in the middle with like a building structure around it. So that was the one thing that we did. And in the same area we set up, because it was kind of a community center, community gathering area, so we set up a very large water filtration unit. And we had these huge, I don't remember how many gallons, but it would be about 200 or 300 gallon tanks, and the people would access that water for their water jug. Like they were just so grateful. Like there was a lot of tears shed. There was a lot of, you know, just relief that somebody cared, somebody was there, somebody knew who they were. It was just the most amazing deployment. It was so hard. It was absolutely life-changing. That one, it just fed me. It fed me in the strangest of ways, you know, and you knew you wanted to do more.